Good day. Welcome to Dylan's Daily Show. So this morning, President Trump withdrew from the summit that was supposed to occur on June 12th in Singapore between himself and Kim Jong-un. Pulled out of that in a statement. This is the letter that he sent directly to His Excellency, Kim Jong-un. And I think this is amazing. And we're going to get into why this is so great and what this means and how Donald Trump just won big league. Because the media is saying that this came out of nowhere. This is really bad. This is going to destroy talks. He made so much progress. No, this is not going to destroy talks. Look, the media has doubted Donald Trump's capability to handle North Korea from day one, and he has proved them wrong every step of the way. I suggest that they just sit back and let him do his thing. But let's start off talking about when this first started to break down. So, North Korean officials obviously called Mike Pence recently a political dummy after Mike Pence suggested that they could end up like Libya if they didn't make a deal and denuclearize the Korean peninsula. So they could end up like Libya. Now, that's obviously one of Kim Jong-un's fears is that, if he works with the United States, that they'll end up like Libya or some of the other countries in the Middle East that we've worked with. But Trump came out, he said, quote, "Sadly, based on the tremendous anger and open hostility displayed in your most recent statement, I feel it is inappropriate at this time to have this long-planned meeting." He said, "I want to thank you for the release of the hostages who are now home with their families. That was a beautiful gesture, and it was very much appreciated." He also went on to say, quote, "You talk about your nuclear capabilities, but ours are so massive and powerful that I pray to God that they will never have to be used." Now, let me talk about why this is such a massive win for the U.S. Because it is. It is a massive win for the U.S. So the leverage was split coming into this, right? The Korean War was still raging. I mean, not raging, but it was still active. The North Korean had the hostages from the U.S., and they had the nuke test sites. Now, it was announced that just before Trump withdrew, North Korea destroyed its test site, one of its major test sites. So think about this. North Korea has now ended the war with South Korea, opened relations. They've gotten rid of the 3 hostages, returned them to the U.S., and destroyed one of their test sites. They've lost almost all of their leverage. They have nothing left. Now they're left in the same situation that they were in when the talks began, but worse. It's a worse situation for them. We have all the leverage right now. One of the main things that and I spoke about this last week in my video about how North Korea bamboozled the world. One of the things that Kim Jong-un was betting on was the fact that Donald Trump needed a foreign policy victory because he's unpopular. So he was expecting that Trump was going to need this meeting, was going to beg for this meeting, come to the meeting, and he thought he was going to have all the leverage, saying stuff like, "I will end the meeting if you don't stop doing these military tests in South Korea. Oh, Mike Pence is a political dummy." He thought he could say anything he wanted because Trump would just come running to the meeting because he needed it. That's not the case. Trump canceled the meeting, which shows that he's willing to do that, which puts all the strength and the leverage back in our lap. This is genius. North Korea has nothing. Now, if they want any sort of change in their country, which they need, because the people are suffering, the generals in North Korea are obviously not too happy with Kim Jong-un, as we've seen in reports over the past 6 months. So he needs this. So either things stay the same or he comes running and tries to make another deal with the United States. We'll see what happens. I mean, the United States was literally offering economic aid if the negotiations went well, and then Kim Jong-un blew it. It would have helped them so much. China, they could have reopened with China again. I mean, this is big. And it puts all of the power back in the United States, and I love it. This is the art of the deal. North Korea just got a taste of the art of the deal, and so is the media. Like, I love how the media is just still doubting Trump. Like, let Trump be Trump. Let him do his thing. He's been right so far with North Korea. Just let him keep doing it. But I want to get your guys' thoughts on this down below. Those are obviously my thoughts. I don't think this is going to lead to World War III. Everyone says, oh, World War III, World War III, World War III, when anything happens. It's not going to happen. That any country would be stupid. If World War III breaks out, it's not going to use nuclear weapons. That would be dumb. Any country who uses nuclear weapons is in for a world of hurt. I mean, imagine 10 people standing in a basement, knee-high full of gasoline, and they all have a match. Whoever lights the match first, it doesn't matter. Everyone's dead. Same with nukes. Doesn't matter who nukes first, who nukes last. Everybody dies. It's mutually assured destruction. So it's not going to happen. This isn't going to make the talks fall apart. And just because they're not meeting doesn't mean that the relationship is strained. It was already strained. It's not that they were close buddy. Like this, the relationship was already strained. So it's not going to get any worse. And it can't get any worse than how it was before when North Korea wasn't even talking to anybody else. Trump won in this situation. And anybody who doesn't think so is just blatantly anti-Trump and refusing to admit that, he's doing a good job. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you think this is a good move or a bad move? Let me know in the comments down below. I will catch up with you guys next time. Bye-bye.